this little gadget is a small little clipper as wide as a tooth, brought out about last year, and Devon, Alberta, it really hasn't caught on. I did a little bit of halo and gaming symbols in boys' haircuts, but that was about it until I came up with something else. My second inspiration was this little tool. It's more like a spatula and great for applying color in an artistic fashion. However, if you want to be able to do a design on someone's head really quickly, you have to be efficient with time and materials. So the first time we did this, I actually didn't trace it. I went in with lip liner and then washed it off afterwards. But it just might be more efficient to do the cutout of the maple leaf that you want. And just really quickly, spray your design in with some colored hairspray, and then go in and bleach right where the hairspray is. So I'll aim that where I want the maple leaf. There's my colored hairspray, and then there's gives me a guideline about where I will be putting my maple leaf. The problem with tracing it first with the little mini clipper is that you really can't see what the clipper is doing. It has to be pre-done. And I find I'm way more artistic with a little spatula or a small paintbrush than I am with a clipper. So I'm going to go ahead with some on the scalp bleach and apply to the outline of my maple leaf. We're pre-bleaching because we'll be dyeing it red afterwards, and red has to show up and the hair must be pre-bleached. I've applied it to the roots. Now since we've started this, it's been 7 minutes. It looks like we have a bit of an orangey color, but the hair actually could have been shorter when I started. If the hair is long, of course, you'll want to go in with clippers before you begin. It's a lot like painting on a black velvet. So just continually pressing that to the root, making sure that everything has worked its way right to the scalp. So we'll be rinsing this off in maybe 2 more minutes. But I like what it's doing here. Remember, we're just putting on red, so we don't need that really light. Okay, everything's rinsed and shampooed. I'm going to go ahead and give the haircut, going in short with the clippers, a little trim through here. And I'll be right back to show you how to trace this out and then color it with Zappy Red from Prism. Well, the haircut's all done. What we want to do is get this haircut and style in and out as fast as possible. So I'm going to go around and trace the maple leaf on the dark hair, leaving the center, and then shampoo so that all the little hair bits are out, and the toner, and dry it with a towel, put Zappy Red on, and then they go out the door with the color in their hair, because it just doesn't stay long unless you put it on. In fact, you can give them a little bit of hair color in a baby jar or a little Tupperware container or a Ziploc bag and a Q-tip to reapply about every 5 days. This wouldn't be a good time for the customer or me to get the hiccup. Alright, this is my Prism Zappy Red. Right now it doesn't look like much. And we are at the 1 hour mark, and the customer has been colored, washed, cut, washed again, dried, and I'm just going to dabble on a little bit of Zappy Red and he goes home like this. So you can charge accordingly for a 1 hour service, but I'll tell you, it hardly uses any product. So the motivation for making this video is to show people how to do this. We did it for Canada Day. It was a huge hit, but I would like it to get all across Canada in time for the Olympics. So hairdressers in Canada, if you have anybody going to the Olympics as an athlete, a spectator, a commentator, we'd really like to see them supporting the Canadian athletes with this little red, neon red maple leaf. Such a good tool, so much better than a brush. And you also want to get it right on the scalp, because for the first day or two, it's going to be turning a lot of heads, and you really want to get the crowds noticing it. And for the next 2 hours, you can't lay back on the nicest couch in the house, or put on a brand new white shirt. or scratch. So the combination of the dark hair, the light hair, the bald spot that's carved out with a small clipper in between is very, very stunning. For the next 2 hours it'll look a bit like a brain injury, but it'll be great for the next 2 or 3 weeks.